Yo, what's up guys, Goblin here, welcome to this new episode. I'm so excited because there are two things I want to talk about. First thing is that I'm usually uploading a little bit later, but at 4 p.m. European time, I'm gonna be live streaming on this channel the monthly finals both today and tomorrow. We're gonna be watching who's the first golden ticket winner, who's the first player in the world to qualify to the world finals in 2025. And the second thing, you guys can already see it on your screen right now, 15,000 gem tournament. This is going to be insane, guys. This is the first ever exclusive tournament where they are giving a bunch of prize pool, like gem prize pool, but also the top 25 will be able to win an exclusive emote. So this is gonna be tryhard, guys. Honestly, all the best players in the world are gonna do their best to win the emote, to win the 15,000 gems. I'm just super excited for this. There's unfortunately no best deck I can share with you guys. It's a mega draft tournament. I'm definitely gonna give you guys the best tips and tricks to, consider well drafting in the mega draft tournament. Just in general, explain my thought process like I always do in my videos. Tournament is about to start, so see you guys soon with game number 1. Okay, let's go guys, hopping into game number 1. Tournament just started a couple of seconds ago. And first couple of things you always want to look at is just the general cards in the draft. And then second of all, I would say that the most important spells, and then third the win condition. But the win condition, you should always try and kind of hide it. Like in my opinion, the best thing you should do while drafting is always to try and not be too obvious with your picks. Like let's say for example you really wanna, let's say Goblin Barrel. There's no lock, there's no barbell, there's no arrows. Goblin Barrel seems to be really solid right here. Do I really want to pick Goblin Barrel right away though? No, probably not, because that will be a little bit too obvious. Okay, so this guy's gonna pick Skeleton Dragons. I feel like Fireball is a great answer here against the Skeleton Dragons. Just in general, a pretty solid, what's it called? A pretty solid spell to have. And I'm thinking, okay, what other card could be helpful against his deck? I feel like a Flying Machine here could be pretty good. Flying Machine is great when there's no Fireball, and Flying Machine in general is just kind of helpful to have in pretty much any type of deck. So now let's see what are the most strongest win conditions. I feel like there's not that many win conditions in the current draft. There's Royal Giant, which might actually be interesting for us. There's Goblin Barrel. There's not really many other win conditions, to be honest. Okay, let me actually log in and let me see what we are gonna be picking here. I think Bomber here is okay, just to kind of have like a cheap unit to cycle better. And I think I might be looking at a building next. What building could be good for us? Do I pick? I think I might pick Goblin Hut, guys. Even though he does have pretty decent answers against the Goblin Hut, there's still a poison open. I feel like Goblin Hut in general is just kind of annoying and does a great job both defensively and offensively. So there you go. He does indeed go with a poison, which was honestly kind of expected, but I guess it's okay. I think it's still a good building, and most of the times it still should be able to get quite some value. Okay, he does go for a Skeleton Barrel. Let's wait a little bit and see what we can pick. There's no small spell. I think it might be a good moment to go for the champion. Let's actually pick the Boss Bandit right here. And I'm looking at what other cards could give us value. We have a Delivery, which might be interesting. We have a Void Spell, which is not the best pick, but not the worst. We have a Nado as well. But Nado maybe is not the best idea because we do have a Fisherman. Let's actually go with a Delivery here. So kind of an awkward draft to start the video with. I feel like not that many win conditions, and he's also kind of, picking, I don't know how to say it, obviously, but at the same time kind of weird. I don't know, he has a strange Mega Knight deck so far. Okay, I think now it's time to pick the win condition, which honestly, I think our best win condition option for sure has to be the Royal Giant. Looking at the overall win conditions, could have maybe picked the Goblin Barrel as well. It's not as solid as the Royal Giant, and it's also very important when picking your win condition. Does he already have a really good counter against it? In this case, did he have a really good Royal Giant counter? Honestly, not that good of a Royal Giant counter. He could kind of DPS it down with an Archer Queen plus an ability. Maybe just stacking up units and trying to counter push after that. But I feel like Royal Giant should be pretty much guaranteed 2 shots against his deck anytime we place it at the bridge. So, okay, let's lock in. Let's go with a Flying Machine here to start off the match. Let's see what the opponent is going to do. If he doesn't poison, okay, he does end up poisoning. I think we can still... Let's actually go in for a Royal Giant at the bridge right here. What the Royal Giant is going to do is distract most of the skeletons. Will then afterwards also, of course, going to get quite some damage. Okay, nice. We do have to be careful with the counter push, but I think we should be fine. We have the Bomber. We have the Delivery. I'm going to wait a little bit for the Witch to walk up, and then I'm going to go Delivery here on top of everything. Nice, beautiful, good delivery. Delivery is definitely a spell you should be looking out for in your draft because many times there might not be, for example, a barbell. There might not be like a good small spell. And delivery is low-key also a really good small spell. Like you can deal really well with, for example, Goblin Barrel. You can deal well with many other troops where you normally would have like, yeah, arrows, where you would normally need like a lock or something. I feel like you can actually get a lot of value. Nice. Okay, I knew that he was gonna go Skeleton Dragons. I expected him to wait a little bit though. Let's actually go with an ability right now just to get some extra DPS in on top of the Mega Knight right here. Let's see. Okay, let's go with a Fisherman and let's go with a Bomber off to the side just to make sure that we don't take too much damage from the skeleton. So wow, very aggressive poison. I think he's really low on elixir right now. There's no way he has a lot of elixir to be able to get yeah, like a good defense on the Royal Giant. So let's instantly go with Royal Giant. As soon as I hit 6 elixir, he goes with a Valkyrie, but Valkyrie isn't really like a high DPS unit. It's more like a good troop to have against like a Goblin gang, against swarmy units, but to DPS down a Royal Giant, as you guys can see, it's not really that great. So far looking very good, guys. Even though my deck and the draft looks really strange, we overall just picked a really solid deck. We might not even have to use the Goblin Hut that often because he didn't end up picking a good win condition. But overall, we do just have a really solid deck. So let's go with the Flying Machine off to the side. Let's go with the Goblin Hut here right now. Making sure that I spread out the units so he can't both poison the Flying Machine and the Goblin Hut as well. And we have the Fisherman ready again. Nice, beautiful. I don't even think I need to go with Fireball here on top of the Skeleton Dragons. We can just go with a delivery to damage them. Let's go with a Royal Giant here as well. Let's have the Fireball ready in case he does give us value. But I think I'm just gonna, yeah, keep it like this. We're probably gonna take the tower and all we would have to do afterwards is survive for a little bit more than 20 seconds. Flying Machine here, Bomber as well. Let's go with a Fireball right here on top of the Archqueen, on top of the Witch. And we have the delivery here as well to finish both of them off. So yeah, beautiful gameplay here. Very nice deck, even though, as I said, the deck might have looked a little bit strange. You guys might have thought like, yo, Serge, what is the deck? What did you end up drafting? It ended up working really well just because of the fact that I made sure I take into account both the win conditions available, the counters the deck, yeah, in general, the opponent was already building. Maybe the Goblin Barrel would have worked as well, yes, but knowing that he didn't have any counters for the Royal Giant, I think it was actually a great pick right there. Okay, second game, second draft. This is already looking very different because this time there is many good small spells. There's Lock, Barbell, there's Goblin Curse. He goes for a Goblinstein first pick. Okay, I think I low-key want to pick Lightning and Lock right here. Why do I want to pick Lightning and Lock? Because there's no other big spell, and when there's no other big spell, troops like, for example, Mother Witch, Witch, other cards like I'm seeing on the draft right now could get a lot of value, and I feel like Lightning in general is also kind of nice to break through potential buildings. There is an Elixir Collector, there's a Tesla, there's a Bomb Tower. If we do end up picking, for example, Royal Giant, Giant or any other win condition, we might be able to get value this way. Okay, looking at the overall draft, I feel like we definitely gonna first pick an Ice Spirit here. Ice Spirit is just a great card to, yeah, cycle to help out in many different situations. I'm gonna go for the Baby Dragon because there's no other really good counter against the Baby Dragon. There's no Mega Minion, no Phoenix, no Inferno Dragon. I feel like Baby Dragon is gonna be quite helpful for us. And in general, I'm just gonna, yeah, kind of first make a solid deck. Make sure you always have good spells, good cycle, good cards in general in the draft. And then afterwards is when you're gonna look at the win conditions. So for example, here, the opponent is making a Bridgespan type of deck, which honestly looks pretty good in the current draft, but at the same time, there's still good counters available. I think I can go with a Boss Bandit right here. Let's wait a little bit and see, okay, what other cards could we pick and could get a lot of value against him? I'm seeing a Mini P.E.K.K.A, I'm seeing a Witch. I feel like low-key Witch could be really good because there's no spell to take care of her. And then the Skeleton spawning could be, yeah, helpful to distract the Ghost, could be helpful to distract the Cannon card. Especially on our side of the field, the Witch is gonna be amazing. And look at that, he picks the Mini P.E.K.K.A, even better for us with a Witch in our deck. That is gonna get so much value. Okay, so I think the opponent is gonna have, we are gonna have the last pick. Yeah, he goes for a Mother Witch. Okay, let's see. I think we probably could go for a building right here. I'm not sure if Bomb Tower or Tesla is better, or maybe even the Barb Hut, but I think, yeah, Tesla's probably the best building right here. So let's go with a Tesla. And now it's totally open for us to go Royal Giant. We could go with a normal Giant. We could go with a Goblin Drill. I think the overall situation, looking at the draft, I feel like Giant or Royal Giant would be our best options. And I think I'm going to go once again for the Royal Giant. He does have Mini P.E.K.K.A. He does have pretty good answers In his deck, he has a Hunter, but I think if we play it patiently and wait for a good counter push or a good situation for us to go in, then we can definitely get a good Royal Giant push going. So let's give him a good luck. Let's send him an emote as well. Let's go with the luck. And by the way, it's not like I'm nervous. I'm just super excited for this tournament. Hopefully you guys are as hyped and excited as I am as well, because this is the first time Clash Royale is doing something like this where they are giving away a lot of gems. It's like 25 times 15,000 gems. I'm not sure how much that is in total, but it's an insane amount, guys. It's definitely crazy. Okay, let's see. So the boss bandit should be very good for us. I feel like he's not having like the best answers against his deck against the boss bandit. Let's actually go with ability here to dash on top of the Valkyrie, DPS it down a little bit more. And let's have the lightning ready in case he gives us value. Yeah, let's definitely just instantly lightning that. I'm gonna take care of the cannon card. I'm gonna take care of the Goblin Stein. And the Goblin Stein monster, I think, should not even be able to get a single shot right there. So beautiful, guys. Okay, knowing his deck, he's probably gonna go Hunter on top of the Baby Dragon. That should be fine for us. We already got a lot of value from the Baby Dragon. And we have an Ice Spirit here to take care of the Hunter. Okay, let's wait 1 second for it to walk up a little bit more. Let's go with Ice Spirit in this position to the point where it is gonna end up jumping. And let's make sure that we start going in the back. Knowing that we have a little bit of an elixir advantage after the interactions we just had. We might even be able to get something going here. He is gonna go with a Mother Witch though. Let's make sure that we don't go like too aggressive, especially now that we don't have the lightning in cycle. Okay, he's gonna go with a Ghost. Mother Witch was able to splash a little bit on top of the Witch and the tower, so that is great for us. Let's in the meantime go with a lock. I think the Ghost is gonna go, yeah, the Ghost is gonna go invisible, so let's actually make sure that we don't take any unnecessary damage, especially knowing his deck. He didn't really have like a real win condition, so I feel like we just need to focus on not taking any unnecessary damage. And if we do end up, yeah, how do you say that, defending well, that should be our match to win right here. Okay, Witch off to the side. He does have an ability. He might try and pop it, but it's not in range yet. So that is actually great for us. Witch is gonna, I think, stay alive right here. Let's go with a Baby Dragon as well. And do I go for a Royal Giant? I think I don't even need to right now. Like, honestly, there's no rush, guys. Try to always make sure you don't risk a situation in order to try and get damage, especially if you're in a matchup where you already know, like, every match you know what your opponent is running. You know his deck, you know his win condition, if he even has one. Like, for example, this guy doesn't even have a real win condition. We can just focus on playing well, slowly but surely chipping away. And let's see, guys. Okay, let's go with lightning now. He's probably gonna pop his ability, so this way he's gonna waste 2 elixir. Beautiful. He just wasted 2 elixir right there. Let's go with another ability with the boss bandit. Let's go with a lock right here, trying to take care of the Valkyrie, trying to take care of the mini P.E.K.K.A. Baby Dragon is still alive, Witch is still alive. Let's go with another Witch right here. And this is looking very good for us, guys. He's going with a Hunter, pretty much with no elixir. I'm pretty sure he's low on elixir right now. And I didn't even play my real win condition yet. Like, my Royal Giant is actually like the main win condition in this matchup. But so far, as you guys can see, I'm just playing confident, playing safe as well. Very important to always play as safe as possible. Okay, nice boss battle by him. I'm still gonna lightning the nice Goblin Stein by him. I'm still gonna go with the lightning here, even though we have the boss battle going right side lane. And I don't really know how he's gonna defend this, but I'm pretty sure he's low on elixir right now. We might even be able to win this match without even using a single Royal Giant right here. Nice, let's go with a lock as well. Ice Spirit to try and take care of both. Boss battle is still alive. He's gonna be forcing, he's gonna be forced to use a Hunter. And I think we can go with Royal Giant right now. No mini P.E.K.K.A. in cycle, no Hunter in cycle. His cycle is gonna be kind of awkward. He's gonna have to go with like a Goblin Stein last second maybe. What does he even have right now? Yeah, he has nothing. Royal Giant is gonna get so much damage there. Beautiful, yeah, how do you say that? Like, recognizing the situation of the match, knowing that his cycle was kind of awkward. Just making sure that we go in a Royal Giant at the right moment. Let's go with a lock, let's go with a Tesla here as well. Just to help out a little bit. He is gonna get a lot of value from the Goblin Stein ability. But anyways, look at his tower, look at our tower. There's no way he's gonna deal so much damage unless we make like a big mistake. But yeah, I don't really see how he's gonna break through, guys. We just have such a solid deck overall. We have a really solid win condition as well. Let's quickly go with a boss battle. Let's see what the opponent is gonna do to defend this, but I don't really think he can to win us. Like, even a mini P.E.K.K.A., even a Hunter is not gonna stop the Royal Giant from connecting. Let's go with a lock here as well. Hunter goes down, Royal Giant is locking onto the tower, and that's gonna be another victory. So see you guys soon with game number 3. Okay, let's go, guys. Hopping into game number 3. Now we are the first pick. Looking at the overall spells, I feel like there's arrows, which could be good. There's a fireball. In general, I don't really see that many great Yeah, spells. I mean, there's different spells, but there's no lock. There's no like barbell. I guess fireball is like the best, how do you say, big spell in the current draft. Okay, other than that, win conditions, what am I looking at? I'm looking at a Goblin Giant. I'm looking at Sparky Giant. There's not many win conditions either. Elixir Golem, there's a, what's it called? There's a Suspicious Bush, which might be interesting. But I think in general, this is yeah, an interesting looking draft so far. I'm looking at an Electro Dragon, which could be very good. Musketeer, which also could be very good. I think a Musketeer here could be a great option for us. Let's go for a Musketeer already, and let's kind of wait and see, okay, what is the opponent gonna pick? Or what is he trying to make? But we first need to pick one more card. Let's kind of wait and see, but I think maybe Goblin Gang could be a good option. Yeah, let's actually go for a Goblin Gang here, I think. Okay, so kind of a strange draft right here. I feel like the win conditions are very limited, so most likely we're gonna see from either of us like a Giant type of deck, Goblin Giant, normal Giant, Elixir Golem, like this type of, yeah, beatdown type of deck. So we might be doing a good job if we do end up. Okay, he does go for Suspicious Bush. I'm looking at a Tombstone, which could be very good because Tombstone does great against Prince, Tombstone does great against the Suspicious Bush. I think that could be a good option for us. And then I'm also looking at Electro Dragon because there's no like great counter against it. I guess there is a Void spell, which might be interesting from him, but then I feel like Electro Dragon should be able to get quite some value in a matchup like this, especially if he ends up, yeah, picking like a Giant. I feel like the Electro Dragon chain could be really good against a deck like that. So he does end up picking up the Earthquake, which is actually a great counter against our Tombstone. If we play it well, we still should be able to get some value from the Tombstone. And I wonder what his main win condition is gonna be. Okay, he goes in for an Executioner. I don't know why, but I feel like Goblin Machine in Mega Draft is actually low-key kind of underrated. So let's go in for a Goblin Machine right here. And let's see what we can pick next. We definitely need to start looking at our win condition. Do I try and go with, like, for example... Okay, I think I might go with a Rage spell here as well. I feel like Rage could be good to activate the Suspicious Bush, but also just to help out if we do end up picking like a Goblin Giant, a Giant. He ends up picking the Goblin Giant. Do I go with a normal Giant here? I think I do, to be honest. What would he pick though? Is he gonna pick? I think he might pick like a mini pack or something, but I think normal Giant here is probably the best win condition. One of those drafts where there's not a lot of win conditions available, so definitely kind of, yeah, awkward situation, but overall just always try to think well about the picks and also most importantly, try to kind of cover the cards, yeah, the deck he is running. So he's giving us a good luck. He's saying like, wow, let's yeah, send him the thumbs up and let's see what we're gonna be facing here. Suspicious Bush, unfortunately, no Rage spell available from us as of right now. And he does end up going with a Sparky at the bridge right away. Okay, I think I'm gonna go Tombstone, even though he does have the Earthquake. Tombstone here should be able to still deal with the Suspicious Bush. Is he gonna go Earthquake? Yeah, he does go Earthquake. I think it still, yeah, ends up countering that pretty much perfectly. Okay, let's go with Electro Dragon here. I'm not sure if he's gonna support the Sparky. If he does, the Electro Dragon is gonna take care of both the Sparky and whatever he drops. If he doesn't, we can just go in with a Giant right here. Knowing his spells and knowing that he just used his Earthquake, I feel like Goblin Gang here is gonna be so good because there's no, yeah, arrows, there's no lock, there's no snowball. Goblin Gang is great to be able to distract, to be able to take care of all of his units. And just like that, we are gonna get a lot of damage right there, guys. Beautiful. Okay, Electro Dragon is also gonna get one shot on the Exy. Not a lot of damage, but still decent for us. And I guess we can go for a Tombstone and maybe even a... Yeah, I think I'm also gonna go with a Musketeer. Not sure if not, we probably would have taken some damage right here. Okay, nice. Okay, so I would say pretty good matchup, pretty good situation overall. We do need to be a little bit careful if he ends up making like a huge push with like Goblin Giant, Prince. He does end up going with a Goblin Giant already at the bridge. Okay. We can go Goblin Gang, even though he does have Earthquake. I feel like it's still worth it because this way we prevent him from getting like way too much damage and he's still gonna be forced to spend the 3 elixirs. So it's like an equal trade. We don't take too much damage and he's still gonna have to defend the Goblin Machine as well. Nice, okay, looking good. I think we can... Let's just probably rage these guards, to be honest, and let's see what he's gonna do next. But I'm not in a rush. If you look at our deck, if you look at the deck I picked, we have a very expensive type of deck. So there's no point of me going like super aggressive, especially knowing that he has like Sparky, knowing that he has Prince. No point of us going like super yeah, aggressive at the bridge, feeding him a counter push. Okay, let's go with the Electro Dragon, let's go with the Musketeer here as well. Let's go with the Goblin Machine towards the right side. I wonder what he's gonna do. Is he gonna protect Actually, no, he looks like he's actually gonna go in. Okay, let's go like this. Let's go with a Goblin Gang here as well. He is gonna maybe go with an Earthquake, but still looking very good. Musketeer is still alive as well. Electric Dragon is still alive on the left side. Another Electric Dragon on the right side. And I'm low-key just gonna go in on the right, especially having these two troops still alive, guys. Okay, let's go with a Rage here as well. Raging up everything. Can the Electric Dragon hit the Sparky? Looks like unfortunately it doesn't, but still overall great situation. The fact that he actually went with Prince behind the Giant was good for us, because this way the Sparky didn't splash both of them. Let's in the meantime go with a Tombstone here as well. He's probably gonna try and support the Sparky with something. I feel like we can just go with a Giant here at the bridge, and that's probably gonna be a good game already. Unless something crazy happens here, but Giant should be able to get one shot, and then we have a Fireball to finish off the tower. So beautiful, guys. Nice gameplay. Nice draft. I do recommend you guys, if you are gonna try and get the 50,000 gems, try to always be calm. Like, don't try to, how do you say that, like, be too aggressive. I rather play more patiently than I should, than go more aggressively than I should, because most of the times you will get punished, and most of the times you are gonna regret it later on. So far 3-0. Let's see if we can keep it up, guys. Okay, interesting draft right here. I'm looking at arrows being really good. There's a Firecracker which could get a lot of value. I feel like arrows is gonna be my best pick right here, because there's also minions, there's Firecracker. I feel like in general arrows, yeah, just a solid spell overall. There's a lot of spell students and a lot of win conditions. That's what I like about Mega Draft. It can just in general switch and change a lot. Like, there's not a specific okay, he doesn't pick the lock, which is interesting. There's a potential Nado he could pick. I think I'm gonna go for an Ice Spirit, which in general is a very solid card. And I'm also gonna pick a Firecracker, because Firecracker, no arrows, no Fireball. He ends up picking the poison. I feel like the Firecracker in general is just gonna be very solid. Okay, let's see, guys. What is he gonna pick? He is gonna pick the lock right now. I feel like lock doesn't really matter that much against our deck so far. He also goes for a Valkyrie. That is very interesting. I wonder what type of deck he's trying to make right here. Boss Bandit is honestly still very good. Just in general, such a strong champion. So I think I'm gonna go with a Boss Bandit right here. And what other card could we pick to kind of support? Maybe minions could be a great pick. I feel like minions are gonna be annoying for him, because if he needs to poison the minions, he's gonna lose elixir, and minions on top of the knight, on top of the Valkyrie in general could just be, yeah, kind of helpful, kind of annoying for him. Okay, so what could our win condition be? He's gonna go with a Witch. That is a nice pick from him, to be honest. Definitely, yeah, not a bad pick at all. We have, he also goes with a Goblin Hut. Nice. Okay, I'm looking at an Executioner, which could be very good, because knowing that he has poison, knowing that he has lock, there's no way of killing our Executioner. So Executioner, I think, here could be a great option for us against the Witch, against the Goblin Hut. And I wonder what our main win condition should be. I feel like Giant is a good option here. Do I go Giant? Yeah, I think I might go Giant. Let's actually pick the win condition already. And then kind of depending on whatever he picks next, we can go with Fireball, we can go with a Nado. Nado is great with the Execution, of course. We can kind of depend and base our deck on his next, kind of pick right here. I feel like he might go with like a Miner, maybe Miner Wallbreak. He goes Sparky. Wow, okay. Sparky is not really something I expected. I feel like Nado here could be a good option for us, because Nado in general is just gonna help us to grab the troops together to the Executioner. Maybe Nado to activate the King Tower if he does end up picking like a Hawk Rider. If he goes with a Miner, we could have potential King Tower activations, and he goes with a Rocket. What? Okay, this deck from him is just pure defense. Like, he doesn't have a real win condition. It's just like defensive cards and then spell cycle. Okay, I mean, let's give him a thumbs up. Let's give him a good luck. Let's see what this guy's gonna be using. I feel like I could Nado the Witch in to hopefully take care of her with the Boss Bandit. Let's actually do that right now. There you go, beautiful. And okay, that's fine. He's gonna spend the night. We can go with minions up high right here. Minions up high are always gonna be very key, especially if he doesn't have the Witch available. He does have the Goblin Hut, but what is he gonna drop against the Giant at the bridge right now? I don't think he has much, to be honest. He might go with like a Valkyrie. We can go with a Firecracker as soon as we see the Valkyrie. There you go, there's the Valkyrie. Let's go with a Firecracker at the bridge. He doesn't have a lot of defensive cards besides the Witch, besides the Sparky, besides the Knight. He is gonna go with a Sparky right now, but still overall looking very good. We can go with the Ice Spirit here to kind of distract the Sparky. Oh my god, it did end up shooting. Okay, we need to be careful here. It did end up shooting the firecracker, but I think we still should be fine. Boss Bandit has a lot of HP. Boss Bandit is gonna dash out of the Valkyrie. We are gonna take one shot with the Sparky, but I think it's okay, guys. Okay, let's go with minions here to support. He is gonna go with a witch. He is gonna go with a knight. We have the XC ready, if anything, and I think with the XC we should be fine right here. So, okay, I kind of underestimated the defense right there he had with the witch, with the knight, but it's fine. We have the XC. Even if he would end up, for example, rocketing, that would be way too aggressive because then he's not gonna have anything if we would go with like a giant or something. So far looking, I would say pretty good. We did take, unfortunately, a lot of damage with the Sparky shot, but overall, I would say this is yeah, a great situation to be in. Let's wait a little bit to see what he's gonna do, and I think I'm just gonna go with a giant at the bridge again. Okay, Firecracker here to take care of the Spear Goblin to also hopefully get some chip damage on the tower. He just spent 10 elixir, he just spent 12 elixir. There's no way he has a lot of elixir right now to take care of the Firecracker. Let's quickly go with Boss Bandit right side. Why do I go Boss Bandit right side? Because he wants to support the left side push, and now he's not gonna have any elixir to do that. So yeah, looking very good, guys. We do need to be careful with the defense, but Loki, I think we can just destruct everything with a giant. Let's go with a Firecracker here as well. Boss Bandit ends up taking down the tower. Let's go with arrows here on defense. Let's go with an Ice Spirit off to the side. And okay, let's go with minions. We are gonna lose the tower, I think, but at least look at the yeah, left side tower he doesn't have any HP on it left. Like, he only has 321 HP right now. Okay, let's go with a Firecracker here. Let's see what he's gonna do. He's gonna go with a Sparky. Let's actually go with a NATO to pull everything backwards. Let's go with a Boss Bandit here as well. Let's go with a Ice Spirit like this, and let's go with a minions. Okay, we do have to be careful because the Sparky is gonna get a lock. It's gonna get one shot on the tower, but overall he just doesn't have a great win condition. He doesn't have like a real way of dealing damage. So even though the Sparky was a good pick from him, it's not gonna be enough to secure the victory right here. Okay, let's go with a NATO to pull the knight in front of the tower. Anyways, it doesn't matter because the knight already goes down and his tower is also gonna go down. So far doing very well, guys. Looking pretty good so far. We are what, 3-0, I think. Most of the, I know, 4-0 already. That's right. Okay, I think I'm gonna play one more match, guys. Let's see if we can get the 5-0. And also let me know in the comment section below later on if you guys do have any questions, if you guys do wanna, yeah, know something. I don't know, any questions could always be welcome. Okay, there's no great spell, like no small spell. I'm looking at a really good princess. I'm looking at a suspicious bush, which could be annoying for him. Let's see what he's gonna pick. But I think poison here is a great pick because this way, if we do end up getting the princess, there's no way of killing her without spending like a ton of elixir with, for example, a lightning. So let's see, guys. Poison is a good pick. He goes with a bomb tower. Interesting. Okay, bomb tower, suspicious bush. I was also thinking about suspicious bush. It's definitely a good option right here. I think what we could do is go with princess, and I'm looking at guards, which could be very good as well because, yeah, what is there even to kill the guards with for him? Like, he might go with like a bowler or something. Bowler is actually a good pick here. We might even go bowler ourselves. I think, yeah, bowler. Let's actually go with bowler, guys. Looking at the bowler overall, there's Royal Hawks, there's Battle Ram, Guards. Guards is a good option for him, but now that we have the bowler, I think that's gonna be, yeah, quite good for us defensively. We have Spear Goblins here as well, which can help a lot. I think Spear Goblins is a great option. And do I go with Delivery? I feel like Delivery is also a good option for us here, because Delivery is just a solid overall, yeah, spell to help on defense against pretty much anything. It could be helpful against a suspicious bush. It could be helpful against whatever he's gonna end up picking. Delivery should be, yeah, pretty helpful. Okay, let's now look at the win conditions. There's Battle Ram, Goblin Giant, Balloon. There is Goblin Drill. What else is there? Golem, but Golem is not that looking good because we don't, yeah, have a great way of supporting the Golem with the Princess and with the cards we have so far. So I feel like our deck is more looking like a drill type of deck so far. Okay, he goes with a Mega Minion. I'm looking at Skelly Drags. There's no Fireball. There's no great way of dealing with the Skeleton Dragons. So I feel like Skeleton Dragons here could be good. And I'm also looking at a Monk, which might be interesting to reflect like the Mega Minion, the Bomb Tower. Monk is also looking, yeah, pretty solid right here, guys. Do I go Monk? What do I go? Yeah, I think I go Monk. Okay, so our deck could be pretty much anything still. Could be Golem. I doubt it would be Golem, but it could be Goblin Jail, could be Balloon. He only has a Mega Minion. He does go with a Rocket though. Okay. I think I'm gonna go Goblin Jail. The Goblin Geo counters he has is pretty much only like guards. Besides that, he's probably most of the time gonna take 1 or 2 hits with the goblins. And then what is his win condition gonna be? If I would have to take a guess, it might be either Balloon, because we do have a solid defense against Balloon, to be honest. Golem, maybe? We don't have a building. Does he go Golem? Oh, no, he goes Witch. Okay, so once again, a deck with no real win condition. Like, I often face people which don't end up picking like a real win condition. It's just like defensive cards. It's just like them trying to get a bunch of damage. Okay, he does go with Electro Spirit. I wonder if we should activate the King Tower here. I guess I could. It is gonna maybe help a little bit to take care of like, yeah, skeletons from a witch. Maybe like the Suspicious Bush. I feel like taking 1 shot of the Electro Spirit is okay. Okay, let's go with the Princess right now. Let's see what he's gonna do. Princess is unfortunately gonna shoot the left side tower, or the left side skeleton, but that's fine. Let's actually pop the ability right here, because I feel like the witch is just gonna continuously spawn the skeletons and actually get a lot of value there. Okay, he does end up going with his guards preemptively. Maybe it was like a prediction for a drill. I didn't really understand that play. And Loki, what does he have right now against the Goblin Jill? He has like Bomb Tower, Mini P.E.K.K.A. I don't think he has a lot right now, guys. We can go in for Goblin Jill behind the tower. Let's go in with Skeleton Dragons here as well. And this is gonna be very kind of awkward for him to stop without taking any damage. And he's also spending so much elixir right here. Okay, he is gonna defend that pretty well, but still he's gonna have to defend the princess. He doesn't have a lot of elixir right now, I feel like. We can go with Spear Goblins here. Princess right side, and how is he gonna defend this? I don't know what he has right now. He's gonna have to like Bomb Tower or Mini P.E.K.K.A. late, I think. There you go. There's the Mini P.E.K.K.A. Okay, let's try to time it well to the point where we're gonna have the Mini P.E.K.K.A. close to the King Tower, hopefully. Okay, unfortunately, it's not gonna hit the Mini P.E.K.K.A., but it still ends up being a good defense, and this is looking very good, guys. Damage-wise, we are already leading, and then his win condition. I mean, I don't really think that he has a good win condition in his deck. Suspicious Bush is an okay card in the meta, but I don't really see it as a real win condition. He's gonna maybe get sometimes a few hits here and there, but overall he's not really gonna be able to, yeah, take our tower. So he would have to play like perfect defense while trying to like rocket cycle us or something. Okay, Spear Goblins here. Let's go with a Princess as well. Princess is definitely a great pick for us because he doesn't have a way of dealing with her. He doesn't have a way of yeah, killing the princess. Okay, let's go with Gold Joe. He's probably gonna go Mega Minion. We can actually try and protect the princess right here. Let's go with Skeleton Dragons. Let's wait a little bit for him to see what he's gonna do. We can go with Delivery right side. Maybe Delivery, I think it's... Okay, it is well timed, perfect. For 1 second, I thought it was a little bit too early. Because the Suspicious Bush is actually very... Yeah, how do you say that? Slow. Okay, let's go with a Goblin Jill here. Let's go with a Poison. Monk is gonna be amazing here. Look at this. It's gonna reflect on top of the Mega Minion, reflect on top of the Witch. Goblin Jill with Poison is getting a lot of value. One of the Goblins even stays alive. And yeah, this guy just got completely outdrafted. He didn't even pick a real win condition. And right as I say so, he rockets the King Tower. He knows it's over. What a complete domination of a match to finish today's video. Hopefully you guys could learn something from today's video. I wish you the best of luck to everyone trying to get the 15,000 gems, trying to get that exclusive emote. 5-0 so far. People are going crazy already. Lots of great players are playing. Cenk Aslan is currently really high. I saw Riley before playing as well. Yeah, look at that. Riley is 5-0 right now. People are just so hyped. People are playing this a lot right now. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget that when you guys are watching this, I might still be live streaming. As I mentioned before, I'm gonna be casting the monthly finals today and tomorrow at 4 p.m. European time until maybe like 7-8 p.m. I'm not sure for how long the finals are gonna be playing, but make sure to tune in into the stream if you do want to watch me and support me. So that's gonna be it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to smack the like button. If not subscribed to the channel yet, feel free to subscribe, and I will see you guys in one of my next videos. Take care, guys.